In a cozy little house on Maple Street, 12-year-old Lucy discovered an extraordinary treasure while helping her grandmother clean the attic. Hidden behind dusty boxes and forgotten furniture was an old snow globe, unlike any she had ever seen before. Inside was a miniature village with tiny houses covered in snow, a frozen lake, and the smallest Christmas tree she had ever laid eyes on. The snow globe looked ancient, with its brass base tarnished by time and a slight crack in one corner. But what caught Lucy's attention was how the snowflakes inside seemed to dance with a life of their own, even when the globe was perfectly still. Her grandmother explained that the snow globe had belonged to Lucy's great-grandmother, who always claimed it held special Christmas magic. That night, as Lucy placed the snow globe on her bedside table, she noticed something peculiar. The tiny lights in the miniature houses were actually twinkling, and she could have sworn she saw smoke rising from one of the chimneys. As she leaned in for a closer look, a strange sensation came over her, like being wrapped in a warm blanket during a snowfall. In the blink of an eye, Lucy found herself standing in the middle of the village she had been observing through the glass. The houses were now life-sized, and real smoke curled from their chimneys. The air was crisp and filled with the scent of pine and cinnamon, and the sound of distant sleigh bells tickled her ears. An elderly man wearing a green wool coat approached her with a warm smile. "Welcome to Winterhaven," he said, introducing himself as Mr. Tinker, the village toy maker. He explained that their world existed inside every snow globe, but only those with true Christmas spirit in their hearts could enter it. As Mr. Tinker showed Lucy around, she discovered that each house in Winterhaven had its own special purpose. There was Mrs. Frost's bakery, where gingerbread cookies decorated themselves, and Mr. Whisker's workshop, where toy mice danced and played instruments. The frozen lake was actually a magical ice rink where snowmen taught penguins how to figure skate. But Lucy noticed something wasn't quite right in Winterhaven. The magnificent Christmas tree in the town square, which should have been glowing with hundreds of lights, stood dark and unlit. Mr. Tinker explained that the tree's star, which powered all the Christmas magic in Winterhaven, had grown dim over the years as fewer people believed in the magic of Christmas. Determined to help, Lucy remembered something her grandmother always said: Christmas magic grows stronger when shared with others. She gathered all the villagers in the town square and asked them to share their favorite Christmas memories. As each story was told, the star began to glow a little brighter. Lucy shared her own memory of helping her little brother write his first letter to Santa, and how his eyes lit up when he found presents under the tree on Christmas morning. With each heartfelt story, the star's light grew stronger, until suddenly it burst into brilliant golden light, spreading warmth and magic throughout Winterhaven. The Christmas tree came alive with twinkling lights, and the entire village seemed to shimmer with renewed energy. The snowflakes in the air began to dance more joyfully, and the sound of Christmas carols filled the streets. Mr. Tinker explained that Lucy's reminder about sharing and believing had restored the magic that kept Winterhaven alive. As Lucy felt herself being gently pulled back to her own world, Mr. Tinker handed her a tiny silver key on a ribbon. "You're welcome back anytime," he said with a wink. "Just hold the key, believe in the magic, and give the snow globe a gentle shake." Lucy awoke in her bed, wondering if it had all been a dream.